You know, today I'm gonna rock the kitchen. I'm gonna do it the little retro style with a little thing called Muffaletta Salad. Well, you've had Muffaletta sandwich probably. Well, this is gonna be like that with the artichokes and the peppers and the onions. This time I'm gonna put a little orzo in there. Now let's talk about the dressing for the Muffaletta salad. Well, it's gonna be kind of like a vinaigrette, but we're gonna spice it up with a couple other pieces. And we'll start off with some olive oil, about a half cup. There we go. And a little, let's see, red wine vinegar. Love the squirt bottles, makes it easy. So about a quarter cup of that. There we go. A little red chili flake. Depends on, you know, how spicy. I don't want it to go too far. Now check this out. I've got some olives that I'm gonna be using in the muffaletta mix, but that's gonna be later. But right now, I do want some of the olive juice. All right. There we go. A little bit more. A lot of flavor gonna come out of that. And I know I got some garlic back here. We'll dice up a little garlic. I wanna let this sit for a bit and kind of let the flavors marry together. Okay. I also need to get a little black pepper in there too. Okay. Now what's gonna happen is this is gonna sit here and marry, and then I'm gonna put together some artichoke hearts, some olives, some onions, some peppers. They're all gonna go together, and they're gonna work into this, and it's gonna make like a spread. Now a lot of time you've seen this on a sandwich in New Orleans called a muffaletta sandwich. Well, this is kind of the idea, but we're doing pasta this time. And a little black pepper, and I give it a little whisk, and you know what? I need to get in a little bit of lemon too. Roll that out. The lemons get really tough when they're really hard. You can actually even pop them in the microwave for about 10 seconds, and it'll help bring the juice out a little bit better. If you don't have one of these, you gotta go find it, because it really gets all the juice right out of this. There we go. All right, I think that gets the last little bit out of it. It actually turns it inside out to get everything out of there. Okay. So that gets the dressing done for the muffaletta, you call it what you want. This is muffaletta salad, so we're going muffaletta today. Okay, so we'll let that set up. Now I need to work with my food processor and get some of the other key ingredients that go into this mixture. So, some green olives, which I always have, some roasted red bells, say that 10 times fast, and some artichoke hearts, okay? Now, about a half cup of each. And it's all right if a little bit of the juice goes in there. So there's some, well, a little more juice. There we go. About a half cup of these with pimentos and all. If you don't have them with the pimentos, that's okay. Okay, and some of that brine that those olives are in are actually kind of like what our dressing is that we made there on the side. And some artichoke hearts. If you don't have them marinated, that's okay. It's, again, kind of the same idea, but these are marinated, so that works even better. About a half cup of these, all right. Now, the reason that I've got the carrots and the onions and the celery cut up small is I'm not going to be putting those into the food processor. They're a little bit harder. And so to break up a piece of carrot that's that big into the size that I want the rest of these soft vegetables to do really wouldn't work too well. So I'm going to put the softer ones in here. And some red bell pepper, about a half cup. There we go. Some roasted red pepper in that. And now let's get in some of the regular black olives. Everybody probably has these. Okay. About a half cup of those. Okay, now this is where you really want to pay attention. This is not just kick it on and walk away, because then it'll be making yourself into some mush. This, we want to actually sit there and pulse it and really get it to the size we're looking for. Okay, so let's see what we get. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. You can see how that is just nice and fine, but not getting lost. You can still tell what's what in there. Okay. Knock that off. Now, these are my favorite ingredients in a muffaletta. You know, you can go with yours. There we go. Okay. That gets mixed in. Let's get in the carrots, half cup of those, some of the red onion, and the celery that I just did. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to get mixed up, marinate in the fridge for a bit. We're going to make the orzo. We're going to cook the orzo in that pot of boiling water. We'll mix it all together, and then we'll top it with some feta cheese. It's going to be outstanding. And what I did here is I've got carrots, celery, onions, artichoke hearts, a lot of olives, made kind of a vinaigrette with it, and mix that all together, let it marinate, and it's going to go into some orzo. Now, orzo is an Italian pasta, real small, kind of like, well, kind of looks like rice. So we're going to mix this up. Look at that. And the vinaigrette's already in there with the vegetables, so that's going to kind of give it some of the flavor into the orzo itself. But tell me that's not beautiful. Now I'm going to hit that with a little feta on top. little crumbled feta. All right, great. And that's done.